Welcome to ETH Daily, a daily briefing on the latest in Ethereum. Here's your latest for Thursday, June 18th, 2026. Hsiao-Wei Wang steps down from the Ethereum Foundation, Base ships its barrel upgrade to testnet, and Aztec suffers a second hack on its V1 rollup. All this and more starts right after this message. Daily sponsorships are now open. Reach over 10,000 Ethereum native subscribers every weekday. Learn more at ethdaily.io/ads. Hsiao-Wei Wang announced she is stepping down as co-executive director and board member of the Ethereum Foundation, effective today, becoming the latest high-profile departure from the organization. Wang took on the role last year alongside Tomasz Steinczak, leading the foundation through one of its most challenging periods, and said the decision followed a sabbatical that gave her space to reflect on her priorities. Her board exit leaves Vitalik Buterin, Aya Miyaguchi, and Patrick Storchenegger as the remaining members. Buterin praised Wang as a steadfast contributor for a decade, crediting her early consensus research and the Ethereum community she built in Taipei. The exit extends a 6-month wave of EF turnover that included new protocol cluster leadership after Tim Bako, Barnabe Mano, and Alex Stokes moved on, plus the departures of Carl Beek and Josh Stark. Base deployed its second network upgrade, Beryl, to the Base Sepolia testnet, with mainnet activation scheduled for June 25, 2026. Beryl introduces the B20 native token standard, a template whose logic runs as a precompiled Rust contract executed directly in the node software, rather than as on-chain EVM bytecode, implementing the full ERC20 specification plus ERC2612 permits for drop-in compatibility. It ships with an issuer toolkit covering role-based access control, mint and burn, with optional supply caps, granular transfer policies, and freeze and seize support, with asset and stablecoin variants available at launch. The upgrade also cuts the common single-proof withdrawal path from 7 days to 5 days, building on the multi-proofs introduced in Azul 4 weeks ago, and ships Reth v2 to reduce node disk usage and raise block gas targets. Base's next upgrade, Cobalt, is targeted for September with native account abstraction. Aztec Labs is investigating a second exploit, targeting a deprecated payments product, with roughly $2 million drained from an immutable smart contract on June 17, 2026. The funds moved in a single transaction from an immutable Stage 2 rollup that was sunset in 2022, a system over which Aztec Labs holds no admin keys and cannot pause or upgrade. The incident follows a separate $2.19 million exploit of the deprecated Aztec Connect rollup on June 14th, in which an attacker funded a fresh wallet through Tornado Cash and submitted 14 crafted rollups to drain funds, with a second wave extracting roughly $88,000 of residual value the next day. That attack exploited a flaw in the Solidity contracts, where roll-up proof side effects were not asserted against the deposit and withdrawal system, while the proof system and trusted setup were not compromised. Aztec Labs says neither incident affects any active products, and that the live Aztec network is entirely separate and unaffected. This was a roundup of today's top news stories in Ethereum. You can support this podcast by subscribing and following us at ETH Daily. Also, subscribe to our newsletter at ethdaily.io.